Hey y'all, I'm Juliet. If you don't already know, um, I'm the Cuban version of Young's Cuban American Life, and my husband Boyd, who is outside doing Boyd things like fixing stuff, um, is the better half of me and the American half of Young's Cuban American Life. But really quickly, I wanted to just make a short, quick video to say that I fully support the government shutdown. I mean, Donald Trump 100%. We in this household are backing you to shut that down because the fact is, I fell down the stairs a few days ago, last Friday. And if you know me, you know I have health issues. I have degenerative disease, and I've had several surgeries on my back from my neck down to my L5, S1, and I have a useless spinal cord stimulator, which I'm trying to get removed. And my back is a nightmare for me. Anyhow, with that being said, I fell down the steps and I made things worse. And I had to go to a hospital here in Kentucky, which is where we live. And the bedside manner and the care and the looks that you get, like if you're there for something menial, is disgusting. You sit there for hours and they send you away exactly the way you came in because your insurance is not some high dollar insurance. And unfortunately, I'm disabled, so I have what is Kentucky's WellCare, Medicaid, because I'm still not on Medicare because of my age. So, all that to say that after that hospital visit and not getting any real answers or any real care to help the situation, I ended up having to make my husband take a day off of his part-time job because that's what he has. That's where we are in our life, and so that costs us. But he had to take a day off of that to drive me to Tennessee, St. Thomas Ascension, which I was seen in the ER there. And I have to say, that is one of the best emergency care I've ever been to. From the doctor to the technician to the nurse, were all very, very, very caring. Their bedside manner was amazing. They were quick to make sure that I was comfortable, that I was checked properly, and that they knew what was going on. Now, they did the menial test, but and they know that there's damage, but they did send me home with at least a steroid pack to start off with, something to help with the pain of it all, and a way to see through the next few days. And they did tell me that I should come back to get an MRI if after a few days I wasn't feeling any better. And getting an MRI for me is extremely difficult. I can't do it anywhere here in Kentucky because of the spinal cord stimulator, which is a nightmare for me. So anytime I have to have an MRI, I have to go to Brentwood, Tennessee, or a hospital that actually has a machine that can do an MRI, which one of them being Ascension St. Thomas, which is where the Howell Allen Clinic is, which is the spine surgeons and neurosurgeons that tend to me. So, all this to say that I refuse to let the Democratic Party get away with granting money for illegal immigrants to have free health care when I am born, raised, and bred in this state at the hard work of my Cuban mother and grandparents who had to flee the country they love legally, might I say, because a lot of people have had their 2 cents on that, but my family actually left on a plane, not on a boat, and went to New Jersey, and it was all legal. And on top of that, they attained legal residency and citizenships. So none of my family was here illegally. Now, they went through the steps and they did have to take advantage of some welfare services, but the minute that they were capable, they assimilated. And my grandparents loved this country and they taught us to love this country. So when I am hearing that the Democratic or Democratic Party is trying to give free health care to illegal immigrants who do not want to assimilate to our country's ways, who have no intention or desire of taking their money that is earned and keeping it here, but sending it back to their countries, that really rubs me the wrong way, especially when I'm laid up in a bed, hurting, and unable to stand without feeling like I'm going to fall down because of the pain that I'm in. Now, so yes, I completely agree with this government shutdown, and shut it down as long as you need to. There is no need for this to occur. So I hope and pray, because I am a very God-fearing woman, and I put all my faith in God to get me through the situation and to get this country through this situation, because there's a lot of spiritual warfare going on here, and we have to be very careful and discern through a lot of it. And even there's good coming out of the bad. Please keep aware with your discernment, as if you are a spiritual individual, if you are a Christian individual. What I will say is we all need to get together, because God says wherever 2 or more gather in his name, the Holy Spirit is present. So I reach out to you to pray, and pray that Trump shut down this government for as long as it takes to assure that if anybody is getting free health care in this country, it is the United States citizens that have worked and paid taxes and genuinely deserve free and good health care, not free and mediocre health care because it's coming from the government. So let's all put our hearts together, let's all put our minds together, and let's make America's healthcare system great for the American again, because I think that's necessary. I mean, look at France, look at other countries. They have United Healthcare. I'm not suggesting in no way we become socialists, but that is one thing that, as a conservative, I do believe we need to stop leaning into big pharma and leaning into a more universal health care for the American citizen and not an illegal immigrant. So I'll close by saying God bless, have a good night, and hopefully next time you see me, my American half will be right by my side, talking all his country talk y doing the batalla with me. Alright, so manos para arriba and los ojos en Dios. Alright, good night.